bring up something. Same bat time, same bat channel. Jeez.
Welcome to Still Dripping Happy Hour.
Welcome to episode 182 of the Still Dripping Happy Hour. This is your host, Mason. On the move tonight, we got Hayes Holla.
Blink 182. Episode Blink 182. How about that?
Gotcha. Yeah. Episode Blink.
Is it crazy? We've done this 182 times. At least the two of us have done this together. Let's be probably 170.
Yeah.
I mean, probably together, me and you, probably
something like
170
that.
something.
Yeah, something close to that. We probably missed more than 12 combined, but we've been close.
Nah, not far off.
Yeah.
You want to say hi? I got a child towering over me because he's getting tall. All right, I'm sorry.
Guess not. All right. Episode 182. We finished up the Olympics last week. Yeah. Still dripping tea in.
Can
Grateful,
I say we did
having a great sale?
Grateful. By the way, our second highest interacted and viewed post ever was yesterday, which is the Fit Swap Part 2. It's crazy.
Do we get one every week?
Does this work? Yeah, every Tuesday we're going to do it.
All right, good. But I need a video every Tuesday as well.
Well, every Tuesday it's on the Instagram.
I know. I've been seeing them. So.
I know. Hey, we've got some social stuff going.
There we go.
Right. I needed some encouragement. Shout out to Coop. Shout out to Fry Guy. I don't even remember how all that happened, but shout out to those guys for the ideas. And
I really need
pull it off.
I really need, once this gets deep enough, and I'm putting the bug out there because I know Fry Guy will hear this as well. I'm putting the bug out there that I need like one of you to wear something that the other would not approve of.
You're on the right frame of mind.
Because that like I'm thinking Supreme Bear with the penis strap on. Some tranny shirt or something. I'm sure that's not approved for your workplace.
Yeah, not gonna happen. Well, I'll tell you, tomorrow we are going as a team. We hit some metrics and they're taking us to Topgolf. And so
very nice.
We actually had a conversation that went like this. Hey, wear something Thursday to golf, like to Topgolf, that you would never wear. I would never wear. And we'll swap. We actually had that conversation. Okay. So I don't know if we do it. But I'm enjoying people that like it and they're interacting. And It is funny that a 6'4" guy and a 5'11" guy swap clothes. I think it's fun.
Yeah. It's definitely good entertainment. Go follow all the socials. Last week we finished up our Olympics talk. This week we're gonna attempt to do some NFL preview. Really, we need Dan and Landon on for the actual like NFL piece. But Hayes and I might get into, for the NBA preview, I picked a collab for every NBA team last year. So we may try to do some sneakers for NBA teams, or maybe we'll do a rough draft this week, throw some out there, and then we'll put together a full 32 teams next week. We'll see. But yeah, so that's kind of the game plan. First, we'll go through some inside the box news. We've got a wide variety of brands represented. Let me see. We got Nike, we got Puma, we got Asics, we got Saucony, we got New Balance, no Adidas. So we'll see what we run through, but let's go ahead and jump inside the box here.
What's inside the box?
That's my shoe in the box.
All right, first up, let's get this up on the docket. A New Balance 993 Mushroom colorway. Big ACG vibes on this, but it's like
Major ACG.
ACG doesn't usually have like the khaki color. I guess it is a lot of earth tones, but I really, really wanted Landon on here for these. They've got the purple and yellow on the collar and tongue.
I feel like you and me are going to have the same take here. I
Okay.
like the idea. They couldn't have picked a crappier model of shoe. This shoe sucks. This is nothing good about
This
this
shoe is way better than like the all gray version of it, though.
Okay, no, I totally
The
agree.
colorways are good.
No, I have no qualms about the color. It's this model is dumb. Who's wearing this? This is
the frat guy model for sure.
But do you feel like we've gotten past the dad shoe? Like I feel like that's not, at least it's not cool anymore. There might be some people still doing that, but I feel like New Balance hasn't figured it out. Like we're past that. We're not doing the dad shoe thing anymore. This is the dad shoe it's just a horrible. New Balance has a billion other models that are better than this. This sucks.
This is their go-to though. This is like their
It's horrible.
Jordan 1. This
No,
is their
you think
OG.
so?
I mean, this is their like OG shoe. Like this is it. I'm not saying this is the first shoe that they came out with,
Man, that's
but
funny. That's not
the 993. Like they have like 7 versions of the 993. Like this is like the original gray New Balance is this shoe, and for better or for worse, I think you're gonna make fun of me when I say this. The font of the N on this one is by far the worst of any New Balance shoe.
100%. I'm not making fun of you. It's horrible. This
Terrible.
looks like Times New Roman
Yeah.
and threw it on the side. This
Arial.
is Word. Yeah, this is clip art, man. And then the white laces are really throwing it off.
I like all the colors on this shoe, but I don't think the purple tongue goes well with the toe box. If that's like a wine color purple.
Yeah. Okay.
I like them separately. I just don't. Yeah, I don't like them together. So
yeah,
that's my only take. But I do like all the colors together on this.
I don't like this shoe at all. This is horrible.
But,
I hate this model of shoe. I just assume they burn it and never bring it out of the
archive. This is a Lipscomb shoe.
Right? No, it's orange. It's too orange to be Lipscomb.
You think it's orange? I think it's kind of a gold. I think our resolutions or our displays on our computer.
So here's what I'll say. No disrespect intended when I say this, honest opinion, and I'm just going to say what everybody thinks, and they just don't want to say it. Lipscomb particularly has this thing that they call their fans Lippy, Lippy, which is probably the dumbest thing I could ever think of or not think of. Whoever came up with and thought, oh, that's a really cool thing to call us, the Lippy XYZ.
Yeah.
I'm not, the Lunatics is fine, but there's got to be something better than Lippy, because Lippy sounds like this, the dumbest. And if you are hearing anything other than that from anybody else, it's because you don't know your fans. Because Lippy is retarded. I'll use the R word.
Wow.
So that being said, this could have a little Lippy vibe. But it looks more orange than it does yellow.
Okay.
But somebody that would say Lippy would wear these shoes. That's for darn sure.
Moving on, we've got a new colorway, and we've finally gotten some clarification on what this jaw is going to be. They're just going to change that pattern every single time. I think it's plasticky.
That's just fine.
I did see the one with like the, what would you call that first?
Sight, stargazing is what they called it.
Yeah, stargaze. Yeah. So it is like the galaxy feel of that first one that we saw that we did not love. I like it better that it's not on every shoe, right?
You got it perfect. If they're going to switch it out and make it stuff like this in the Halloween one, I'm all on board with that. That's cool. That means that this shoe is going to be dope. This is going to be a dope
and I
shoe.
from what I remember from that first Murray State colorway that we got, from what I remember, I don't think they're set on it being a plastic material either, because that was like a mesh on
Yeah.
the side of the Murray State one, which I would be more inclined to buy than a big old plastic on the side. But yeah,
But
I
this,
think
man, if you squint,
Kobe.
this is a Kobe. Yeah. If you squint, you would think that this was a Kobe shoe. This
It's
is a great shoe. If this is it,
Kobe, and then the back
Cool.
heel is the LeBron, the
Yep.
LeBron from last year, or maybe
So
it is.
look, whoever is the designer on this, I haven't done any research. They're listening to the customer, right? It seems like with this shoe, they're listening to their fans, and it's like, hey, we don't want all this bullcrap. Just do what we like. It's simple, right? With some touches of new. It's like, maybe it's because I'm a DJ and I make music. It's like when you hear a song in current terms that's got a sample with it, and then an 808 and maybe some trap style drums. Like that works, right? That's this version of that. It's like a little bit of new school mixed with some stuff that we love, and you mix them together, and this does it really beautifully. I love this shoe. I buy this one, this Christmas one. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this one's nice. It feels like a throwback from the Christmas shoes that we've gotten recently.
Yes.
Like one of the OG Christmas ones. I was trying to look
I'm
up
also
the designer, but I don't know if it's out there. But there is a lot of people saying that this is a Frankenstein shoe of just piecing together other shoes that are in Nike's archives.
But it works.
Yeah.
But here's what I would say is that it is also fair. The criticism, if you're going to critique me, is that I am 100%, let's make this clear, a Ja homer. I will always be a Ja Morant fan. I hope he is the Kobe that stays with the Grizzlies forever. I'll probably like every shoe that he puts out. Same with Brandon Miller. Probably will.
I'll say I don't think Brandon Miller's going to get a shoe anytime.
Oh yeah, he is. He's going to be generational. He's going to be the next KD. KD's got 3 or 4 or 5 more years, and then Brandon Miller picks up right where he leaves up.
That's ridiculous.
No, it's not.
We'll see. Trying to see what else I have on here. Oh, I think you sent these in next. Some Puma next. Some LaMelo Puma slide.
Here we go. What do you think about this? And then we'll talk.
This looks like if I wanted my feet to look like a burn victim.
I didn't think that. But what else? What else about Somming?
Am I somming? I mean, obviously it looks very similar to the Melo 3.
There's something else.
You've got Croc on there.
It's the Bembry. It's the so high Bembry. Croc. He totally. This is no regard for human life, and let's take what's popping and throw it on a Croc and call it a slide. Yeah. And this is horrible. This is god awful.
It is a take this how you will. This is a flaming Croc. Legitimately.
Flaming Croc.
Yeah.
But no regard for training.
Right there.
Yeah. This is no regard for trademark or creativity. It's like, what are we going to do? Oh, let's make a Croc Bembry, whatever his name is. It's horrible. The Spider-Man looking colorway is awful. It looks like Spider-Man had a diarrhea accident all over a shoe. And that's horrible. What? Say I'm wrong. Look at that.
Who is commenting? Did you comment on our video?
No, it was me. I'm sorry. Those are notes for me to remember.
Oh, you put that on the public comments.
Oh, I did? Crap.
Yeah. But there is somebody who's in the
who's watching? Say who you are if you're watching. The mic. We don't care if you're in Ukraine. I'd love to know who's watching.
Thanks for joining us. Hey, we're going from one clog to another clog shoe. This one's pretty bad. The Hulk feet. Hulk feet Birkenstocks. What is this? By Bravest Studios.
I'm seeing these all over the place, by the way.
Really? This is like the big red boot.
It is 100% the big red boot.
Tell me or describe to me the person who you see wearing these. What are they like?
Well, first of all, they've got on the pea pants and the fly pants. They got the sweat pants on.
These aren't as bad as those. Let's be honest. I mean, it's a character, right?
Look, if you're playing the Still Dripping Happy Hour drinking game, get ready because there are penal veins all over the shoe. Like, why would you wear something that looks like this phallic? Is extremely phallic. I'm not wrong. You can.
It's feet, though. I mean,
feet or not, look at the veins.
They're Hulk feet.
There's Mike.
Yeah.
Hulk feet or not,
regular.
Look at all these veins.
I mean, I'm not saying they look good. I'm just saying they're Hulk feet.
No, listen, I'm wrong. You know who wears this? Is somebody that thinks they're cool that's going to Comic-Con. And they're like, bro, I'm going to break out my Hulk Birkenstocks with the penis veins. That person.
It's like
they have an Atari shirt on. They've got Jinkos.
Yeah,
they've got a beanie. They're wearing a beanie.
It's like, I don't want to dress in full costume because they think they're better than that, but they still wear these shoes and they're not better than that.
That's a great.
I'm going to be a casual costume wearer this time and wear my Birkenstock Hulk feet.
Because I don't want anybody to think I'm too nerdy. Right?
Yeah. I'm way cooler than actually putting on a costume pair of Hulk shoes.
But the penal veins here are really bad. Like, wow.
Oh, boy.
There's no getting around that one.
Well, we're moving on to a new collab. The newest Asics Kith collab. I mean, how many of these have we gotten? 1,000,000,001. What do you think? I don't know what this colorway is.
I feel like I sent all of these to you.
Aqua color.
This is only cool. It's only cool because of the Kith part, right? It's like the New Balance. I hate this model. It's too complicated on the sole with all the waves and stuff. This is mid for Kith. This is there's a lot more of these that they do a lot better. Don't love this one.
Yeah, I think I'm having a collab identity what I like for a collab to be. And I think I'm farther away from this than I am like an Ama Meniere style.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm just tired of generally the Ama Meniere makeup of a collab because I think it's overdone. But I think I like that version better of like they have their color set, right? Ama Meniere does.
Palette.
Their palette. That's the word I was thinking of. Kith is just like, I'm just going to do everything and I'm going to slap Kith on the back of all these different colorways and we're going to call it a collab. Like, I don't think, and I'm sure there's people that rock really hard for Kith and more power to you, but like, what makes this shoe stand out versus a general release of this colorway? Like, I don't know because I don't know this Asics model very well. But it just looks like a meh. And that being said, the first, if I ever break from my Nike seal, it'll probably be a Kith Asics collab because I like some of the salmon toe stuff that he's done and some of the different. I like the V5 better than the V3 on the gel lights, but it would be one of those, either a gel light 3 or a gel light 5 collab. But like all these others, like I don't know what's Ronnie about this shoe or what's Kith about this shoe.
Yeah. Other than he picked the colors, right?
Right. Anybody
Which
can.
is there any special about this? I would almost call this a UNC colorway. Not that there's anything wrong with that, obviously.
It's like that
But if
turbo
you're,
green color, right? It's like
but
a
also if you're
teal.
if you're doing the Still Dripping happy hour drinking game, Mason has said for 170 ish episodes,
I
if
wouldn't
I
say it's
ever
that
break,
many, not
oh
all.
no, bro, you're
No, not even
crazy.
close to that
You
many.
have said for oh my goodness. Okay, I'll give you 120 episodes, so 4 years
Okay, that's
worth.
fair.
That
I will make sure I buy before episode.
oh, here we go. Just like me and the merch, which actually
yeah.
happened. Buy the merch.
I want to go earlier, but I'm going to say 200. By episode 200, I will have broken my Nike seal.
So in 18 weeks from now, Christmas time. No, that's less than that. Wow. In 18
We'll
weeks
see.
from now, you're going to be buying a pair of Asics, is what you're saying, or something that's not Nike
think-
Jordan.
Yeah, I think it'll be Asics. But yeah, stay tuned.
Okay. Yeah, there's nothing special
take
about
a
this
drink.
that screams Ronnie. I think you're correct.
Right.
I think that's why I'm like confused on this. Is where's even the materials are like the Asics looks to be like plasticky, not the douche, but whatever they call that thing. Like,
Yeah.
it looks very plastic. And
You know what their logo on this particular shoe looks like? You
There we
know
go.
those sets of this is going to be very local.
I love it.
But you know those when you're driving past our old church on 8th Avenue, that sets of bridges that like for the interstate and 440, like 65, 440.
Yeah.
It looks like all
Where
those
they all
interstates.
converge.
Yeah, where they all
Yeah.
go together, go in different directions.
Yeah.
But-
Also, if you squint, it looks like a Puma.
Yeah, I can totally see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough on this shoe.
But it is also news because Kith collabing with it's a thing, man.
Yeah. We've got this is the 4th edition of this collab between Saucony and J-Tips. We have been terrible haters of the first 3. So Hayes, tell me what you think about number 4.
Wow.
It's way better than number 1.
It is
way better than number 1.
Does that say Savior on it?
That's what I was wondering.
Ugh. So is it if they couldn't make it worse and make it more flesh colored? This is horrible. This is
Know the background on that.
awful. This is a awful shoe. And if you were wearing this in public, you shouldn't be shocked if somebody came up and punched you in some black Nike Air Force Ones. Like that's the person that would punch you is probably wearing those shoes because this is the antithesis of that.
So this is his 4th collab. This is the Pro Grid Omni 9.
Yuck.
And just like all of his others, I think there's actually 2 of these. So maybe this is 4th and 5th collab. I don't know exactly. I'm trying to find what the reason behind Savior is.
If listen, if you are wearing this shoe, you're probably burning an American flag and your hair is blue. Like that's who was wearing this shoe.
You haven't even seen the other one.
I know. I'm ready to go. Send me the other one.
I don't have it.
I got it. Skip on this one. This one's horrible. Let's move on.
All right. You can if you want to buy these, you can buy them at Billionaire Boys Club. That's where.
Yeah. And also, if you are gonna wear these or buy them, even you can feel free to never listen to this podcast again. Okay. Don't tell your friends.
Don't tell your friends.
This is horrible. But who the heck is J-Tips?
I think
Maybe that would
he's
explain.
an artist or music artist from New York.
This is the best a music artist from New York could do. Is this?
Man, you gotta look up some of these. Like,
No thanks.
oh man, there's some really bad. There's
Not
some
it.
worse ones.
Not it.
All right. Well, I'll keep looking for why. Oh, does he call himself the savior?
Oh my gosh, really?
Or maybe that's what he calls a brand that he has. Hat Club J-Tip Savior Peace Forever hoodie. I don't know. He's very colorful.
You mean gay when you say that? Sorry, should
I'm
have.
not saying he himself is, but his tastes are yeah, of
I
that
should have.
variety.
I should have. I should have.
Censored a little
filtered
bit.
a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Last one. You sent these in. The next Supreme Air Force One collab
I mean,
is on the
look,
way, and it is a snoozer. What
but
do you
it's a mid. Okay, so what we're looking at, if you're still listening on the like whatever Spotify, is a Air Force One mid, Supreme Air Force One collab. So it's got the strap at the top, but it's not a high model. It's right in the middle, right, with the Supreme little logo back on the back part of it, and it's just a black. It's a black Air Force One and a white Air Force One, and it's newsworthy because it's the Supreme Nike collab. So that means some people will buy it. They'll sit a little bit, so you'll be able to get them if you really want them. But they're, it's a classic, and it's not creative at all.
Right. I mean, the fakeability of these shoes is
Oh
unreal.
my goodness!
It's stupid.
Yeah, they're
I don't
already
know why you would
coming out.
even wear these.
You could already get these on Amazon right now.
Yeah, you're not wrong. All right, I think I only got one more, and I'm going to let you psalm it. And this is a real stretch. If this is your first time, this is not normally what we psalm. This is the worst psalm
I
we've
cannot
gotten.
wait.
But I wanted to put one on here, so I'm going to set it up for you first. This is a tennis player. She played in the Olympics. She, a women's tennis player, played in the Olympics. Did not win anything, I don't believe, in the Olympics. But she got her own signature sneaker. And so she is with New Balance. Her name is Coco Gauff, and this is her shoe. Can you psalm this?
I mean, first and foremost, it's better than the 993 or whatever we saw.
Okay.
Can I
There's
psalm this?
One on the positive. It feels like an old Curry, or I'm thinking Under Armour.
Good call.
Old Curry or I think Embiid had one signature Under Armour sneaker. Feels like this could be something around it as well.
And maybe this is because the thing that's coming to my mind related to New Balance is baseball cleats. This feels like a baseball cleat. I'm definitely getting a lot of baseball cleat out of this.
Wow, I'm only seeing basketball sneakers.
No.
Let me tell you what else. I don't know if New Balance said this or Sneaker News, but they said when they were psalming it, they said it is modeled after a 550. And I can't pick up a 550 in a single part of this shoe.
There's nothing about it. It's a New Balance.
Yeah, right. There's an N on it.
By the way, who that crap is Coco Gauff? Who is that?
It's a tennis player. Apparently, she's the best American women's tennis player.
She's the best American.
Though Serena could still beat her.
Coco Gauff is the best.
I would assume
Coco Gauff is the best one we got.
I'm way out of my lane when I say that. I have no idea. I just assumed since she had a signature sneaker that she might be the best, but
so
not a clue.
I mean, the colors are cool. I can get into the colors a little bit, but I don't know. It's just like any other. This looks like a Kawhi. You could say this is Kawhi Leonard's signature sneaker, and I would have bought it. I'd have said, "Yep, you're right."
You heard it here
Um,
first, folks. Hayes would have bought this.
No. I would have.
That's what he
You
said.
shut up.
We heard him.
Hey, here's a question for you. So you got two different ends on this shoe.
Yeah,
You got
same
a
font.
not even a lowercase and an uppercase, the same case. But I mean, do you hate both of these equally?
I think this font, yes, I hate it. It is a little better than the 993 font, just because you could kind of see this as like a Z
Yeah,
or like
it
some
looks
kind of
very Z-like.
motion because it's maybe bigger. I don't know. It's more not more jagged. It's more sleek, maybe. Like it feels like it's more motion in the shoe because of
Okay.
it. But yeah, I still think it's pretty lame. But
Hey,
maybe the way it's slanted, I don't know. It looks better than the 993 for sure.
So
993 is all-time worst.
this just hit me, but it also does remind me. Oh, you're gonna hate this, but it does. I'm somming.
Some away.
Give it a second. Give me a second. Make sure I say this right. And when I say it, you're going to say, oh, crap. Oh, I'm right. Oh, man. It, unfortunately, like it or not, has a little bit of Kobe 3. Oh, crap. Bad radio. There it is. It's got a tad bit of Kobe 3.
Maybe on the inside, I can
No,
kind of
this
see
guy,
what you're talking about. The pattern. Yeah. Not totally sold on that one, but I can see what
it's pretty close. The weaved, like, look, even on the sole, like,
yeah,
the weavy. Oh,
yeah.
dang it.
The sole and midsole remind me of like
LeBron.
the Joker. The Joker shoe, 361 degrees.
I'm getting some LeBron off that.
Just threw about every shoe out there on that one. So, all right, last
I think
thing.
in the end, I can get into I like the colors. I mean, the shoe there's nothing special about the shoe. Go ahead.
Yeah. I feel like we have a lot of our listener base, maybe in the same ballpark or time frame as me for their sneaker love. Maybe a little newer than me, possibly. So I wanted to try to start like featuring like one or two things from like old sneakerhead days and seeing if we like it, if we think it would be good if it came out now. And so this week's is Jordunks. Do you remember these? They came out in 2006.
Ish. I remember the bottom left one with the elephant print. I remember that one, and all the rest of them I don't remember.
And we had some of these that like a couple had a different vibe with Supreme doing like that bottom left one. But anyways, do you like these? Good in theory? Well,
Good in theory.
Give me a thought. Okay.
Bottom left and all the rest of them are trash.
Really?
Well, first of all, the Jordan 11 with the patent leather is an easy pass. The 8 right below just is too much black and not enough.
It's like a pigeon.
Something else.
It's kind of like a pigeon.
Okay. The 2, it's close.
I like the 2 one, yeah.
What is the one caddy corner for that? With the silver on the back. Yeah, right above it.
Ooh, I want to say that's 6, but I'm not sure.
Okay. So here is my general observation. The one caddy corner for that, is that going to be a 3?
I'm sorry.
The black and the black and white. It's my left. It's right below the blue. The one that's got the blue. sole
Okay, the blue
at the
sole,
top.
the one right below it.
Yep.
That is, I think, supposed to be an Olympic 6.
Okay. So here's my observation. That one, the one that we just talked about with the silverback, the 11, the 8, like this string of them, I don't love that the swoosh, like there's color blocking is bad. It's like
Yeah.
I don't like how they're blocked, and that throws it off. The ones that you can see the swoosh like by itself, they're not terrible, but those are really bad.
What do you think about the 5 with the speckled bottom?
Not horrible because you can see the color blocking's better. At least, I don't love the black on the
I guess that's a
back.
4. That's a 4, right? Or
4,
is it a
yeah,
5?
probably
I
so.
don't know.
The ones that you can
Yeah, I
see
guess it's a 4.
everything, I like. The ones that have the big chunks of black or white that's the ones I don't like.
Yeah.
That's
By
why I
far,
really don't like the 8
the
is just
11
it's
is the
throw.
worst to me.
Oh man, it's horrible.
I think the
Yeah.
2 might be the best.
More than the one right below it? The elephant print? The
I
3?
like the Supreme. Supreme did the other elephant print 3, right?
Maybe.
Dunk. I think
Probably.
those elephant print dunks. I like those better. It's across the toe box of the elephant print instead of the back. I mean, those are good. It's interesting that these had. I don't know if these came out with the yellowed sole like that, or if this is like an old picture.
Yeah, I remember them being yellow soled.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I think those 2s remind me of the wolf in sheep's clothing that I talked about with Coop Clean, Cowboy Coop last week. They remind me of those dunks a little bit.
Okay.
So overall, we're down on these.
Yeah. Overall, we're down.
It feels like if you're up, it's just because they only came out once and they're never going to come out again, right? I mean, the nostalgia. It's got to be a nostalgia thing or like a unique, like, oh, those are kind of ugly, but like nobody's going to ever have those.
Yes.
I'm never going to see somebody matching me with these on unless you're at like a sneaker con or something.
What was the thing we did for a while? Jordan Nike Fusion. Remember
the Fusion?
That's
yeah,
what
with
this
the Air
is,
Force
right?
One bottoms.
It's got to be the same era.
Yeah, I think the Fusions came out a little after.
But you got to be really hardcore to appreciate that this is terrible. But this is man.
Yeah, you could get a lot better. The 8s, I actually want to like them, but the pattern makes it look like a grade school shoe.
It's because they have the color blocking is so bad.
No, I don't mind the all black.
Really?
Like, I just think it looks very elementary. The white or the red and white pattern.
Okay.
I think that looks really elementary.
I think it's because you can't see half the shoe because it's all black, and then
I just think that makes it look like a pigeon dunk.
Okay.
The third one, second one. Yeah. Anyways, that's all I've got on the list. Now, do we want to try? Oh, we lost Drippin' Bourbon. I was gonna say, do we want to try to maybe just have a little? We'll go through like some of the NFL divisions and try our rough draft at sneakers for each team.
Try
it.
Man, I feel like we really need at least one other person for that.
Well, let's throw out. We got some time to kill. Let's throw out some because we don't have much analytical NFL talk to do. So let's.
I was going to see if there's a couple other things that I wanted to cover with you.
Okay. Go for it.
That I didn't see the slides on. So, did you see? And maybe I'm missing this. Not your dad's dunk.
Yeah, didn't think that was real.
Oh, I thought that was real. What about Rent-A-Center renting out Jordans?
Oh, I have seen that before. What a ripoff.
Is it real?
I think it is real. I think so.
Okay.
I've seen
Last
that a
thing,
lot.
and I do feel like this is the biggest news that we related to what we do in the world we're in. Like it or not, Supreme is still a thing. And there is a drop tomorrow, the first one of the fall winter season. And whether I like it or not, it's a thing. Okay.
Do you know anybody who buys Supreme?
I mean, I still dabble. I've got a lot of Supreme stuff.
Okay. Okay. All right. So Hayes will be in on Supreme. For the rest of us, we can move on.
One of us froze up. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
One of us froze up, and I don't know who it was.
I think you froze up. I'm gonna
I mean,
blame it
look.
on you because you said you like Supreme still.
All right, never mind. We won't even talk about it. Just know tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central, there is the first Supreme drop of the season, and there is a Tyler the Creator shirt that a lot of people will probably end up going for. A couple things here and there. Again, I'm. It's neither here nor there. I'm not going to buy anything off the drop, but nonetheless, it is a Supreme. At least the first fall winter. Mason is literally yawning as I'm telling you about Supreme coming out. Which 4 years ago, everybody would have crapped their pants and could barely breathe, which is so interesting. Nonetheless, he's yawning.
Yeah.
I did want to talk about a new Puma.
Okay.
What about these Brianna Stewart Harry Potter Puma joints?
Oh yeah, I didn't put those on there either.
Why not?
Because is that a newsworthy item in the sneaker world? I don't feel like it.
You don't feel like a Brianna Stewart?
No,
Harry
I don't.
Potter?
No.
And not only that, buddy, she put Slytherin. She chose Slytherin.
I have no basis for what that means.
Like
I have seen one Harry Potter movie, not all the way through, and that's because it was on TBS and somebody left it on the TV.
Did
And I
you
watched
know?
maybe 5 minutes of it.
Did you know that they made 8 or 9 books out of those movies?
I did.
You could watch.
Yeah.
You could read any of the books. Go to the
Don't care.
library.
That seems like a giant waste of my time.
Yeah, you're not. That's not cool. Anyway, I thought
Have you read the books?
Yeah.
When's the last time you read a book besides the Bible?
Whenever the wow. It's been a while. But I have read the Harry Potter books.
Yeah, when you were homeschooled.
Shut up. No, I'm way older than that. I was an adult.
Wow, that's okay. All right. Yeah, I've never read them. Never. So my neighbors growing up, they were
Hardcore Potter fans.
No, anti witchcraft.
Oh, witchcraft. Oh, those are the worst.
Yeah, they were. I remember on occasion that Halloween was the devil's birthday type stuff. Witchcraft.
Oh,
yeah,
those people are tons of fun.
They were big Lord of the Rings fans. No witchcraft.
Because that doesn't have any witchcraft in that. Yeah, exactly. Or spells or witches or even sorcerers.
Wizards. Yeah,
boy, there's a hole in your plot.
Yeah,
Eek.
right.
You know, the only difference there, here's what they reasoned with themselves, is that J.R. Tolkien wrote that in a lot of allegorical stuff. So they said to themselves, oh, it's almost like a pastor wrote these books. But since J.K. Rowling is a woman, oh, she's from the devil. That's what they said themselves.
Wow, dang. Sheesh.
Don't make me get political because I could, but I mean, I'm telling you, this is the ends of the spectrum.
You can. You haven't got political in a while.
Oh, I can real quick. You want me to? Listen.
Yeah, I'm listening.
10% crazy. 10% crazy. They screw it all up for all of us. That's the reality of where we are. Here's where the normal people exist.
Real quick, without trying. Okay, I either want you to offend nobody with this or offend everybody with this.
Okay.
Can you give us a 1 to 2 minute lay of the land on the election coming up this year?
Yeah, here's what you should ask yourself. 12 of the last 16 years, the Democrat Party has controlled the country. And yet, if you go watch the Democratic National Convention right now, you know what they're going to tell you is that Trump caused all the problems. 4 years. 4 years. What is this sign? 12 over here, 4 over here. So what you're telling me is that the 12 does this. So the 4 years screwed up everything. The 12 years is the problem. This is why what you hear on the TV is bull crap. It is like that. Does that make any sense to you? As far as I'm aware, 12 years is more than 4.
What do you think about Robert Kennedy Jr.?
Love him. If he wasn't so difficult to understand because of his 50 years of smoking or whatever it is, love the guy.
He had like a disease, right? I don't know.
Disease or not, he will never win because he's so difficult to understand. It's tough to listen to him talk.
It is tough.
He will never. Other than that, love him.
Yeah, he is going for that middle 85% that we're talking about.
And he has no chance. He has no chance because we have been brainwashed that we have to pick one or the other. And then you end up picking the less of two evils, and that just depends on your preference. Like it's a coin flip. Okay, are you more offended by somebody that was probably a prostitute, or are you more offended by somebody that has no tact and is a douchebag? Like you pick, flip, boom.
Wow, I think that was the most apolitical response that we could have gotten from you.
Do you know why? You know why that was?
I don't.
Because turns out I'm in the middle like you and everybody else. If you're being objective, you can say these two. This is stupid. We suck. That we cannot have any better choices than this. I gotta choose somebody whose policies are better for me as in my pocketbook, or somebody who I don't trust and is. And going to lead us into a path of where a man can beat up a woman and it'd be okay. Like that's where we're going. All right.
Pick. And that's Hayes's political minutes. All right, Hayes, I think I've got our caveat for next week. So we will
way better now. I got that off my chest. I feel way better.
Good. This is what therapy is for.
Also, vote third party. Vote for somebody else. But vote who's going to impact your pocketbook the most. And unfortunately, whether you like it or not, it's not going to be Kamala Harris. She's going to screw your pocketbook. Eek. It's just true.
Man, you know you're old when you call it a pocketbook. Gosh. Anyways.
I'm not apologizing.
So, this is going to be our rules for next week. If you're listening to this and have any suggestions, please send them in. But I think we're going to do by division. Each NFL division you cannot choose the same brand, if that makes sense. So like
there's 6 divisions or 4?
There's 8 divisions.
8 divisions?
Yeah, 4 in each conference. And so what I'm saying is like the Titans are in the Colts division, so you couldn't do a Nike for the Titans and a Nike for the Colts.
So what you're saying also is that we really need a full pod next week, so that we can do 2 and 2.
Yeah, I think we could do a full pod next week. maybe we'll divide up like what teams we each get, and we'll go for that. But what are some like no-brainers you think? I've got one no-brainer. I'm trying to think if there's any
Spit it.
more.
Spit the no-brainer.
Bo Jackson's got to be on the Raiders, right? The Bo Jackson has to be the Raiders sneaker.
Travis Scott has to be the Oilers Titans. Yes, that's the other no-brainer I
Ooh.
thought of immediately.
But would he
yes.
be the Titans, or would he be the Houston Texans? Houston.
But his shoe, the 4 is like one of his most popular shoes of all time.
I
Like,
agree.
I would. Oh, but he's from Houston. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot different because you don't have like signature sneakers as much. Like I don't think the Lions would have like a Calvin Johnson, because like nobody cares about that shoe.
What about Charles Rogers?
Did he have a shoe? I don't think so.
He was a bust. Second pick in the draft. Huge bust.
Well, the Lions have their fair share of those.
Ooh. So do the Raiders.
Like what team would have like the Dion shoe?
I feel like it's most known with the 49ers. I feel like that's the
right.
most known.
Yeah, that would probably be their shoe. I feel like this might be a homer pick for both of us because we like this shoe a lot. Victor Cruz, could that be the Giants?
Or what else would you put?
I don't know if there's like a specific colorway. Really, you could do like a pigeon dunk
all the way. Also, at some point, we should have he's the perfect example of flash in the pan. Give him a signature shoe, fall off the earth, has one good season. How many years was he even in the NFL? And he got a signature shoe with Nike.
That is wild when you think about it.
Yeah.
Like Darrelle Revis had 1 or 2 signature shoes. I actually have a pair of Darrelle Revis's shoes, but he was like the top corner in the NFL for a long time.
For 3 or 4, right?
Yeah.
4 or 5 years.
I mean, Revis Island was a thing.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, the shoes are hideous. I wore them a ton. I wore them out, but they're not a good look. I think that's pretty much it. I feel like the Dolphins probably could have a sick, dope colorway.
We're basically doing the thing right now. Like, if
we're not going through all the teams. I'm just spitballing here.
There's got to be a Randy Moss, like the Jordan 11, right? He wore
for
those.
The Vikings. Yeah, that'd be dope.
I'm trying to think of some other really obvious ones.
Yeah, there's not a lot of obvious ones, to be honest. Like maybe the Giants get like a J-Tips collaboration. Like what? Like the Jaguars and the Bears are like, and the Lions are pretty much the 3 worst NFL franchises, right? I mean, they've got to have like some terrible shoes.
First, another thing is that as you're saying all this is, it's shocking. Maybe it's not shocking. I think we can agree that football is the biggest sport in America. Okay. But the fact that you can't think of anybody in recent years that has sold a ton of shoes like Dion or
Vic.
Who else? Right? Yeah. Bo Jackson.
They didn't even give Odell his own shoe, right?
It's very interesting when you think about that. As big as it is, nobody has sold a ton of shoes, or even I can't even think of one.
Do you think that the fall of Cruz spelled doom for Odell getting his own shoe? Like, I don't know. Feels like it's like Calvin Johnson had his own trainer for a while. And I mean, he was a beast. But Odell had that marketing power, though.
But in But in reality, Odell's not near as good as what because he can't stay healthy
Right
is
now, yeah,
he's
definitely
not
not.
but even then was he really worthy of it? Probably not. And like if you're
Yeah,
being honest, because he hasn't I mean, you think of him a lot because of the catch and
right.
some moments, but dude, I mean, really, he wasn't able to be consistent. Is he
Hmm.
even in the league right now? I don't know.
He might be on the Dolphins. I don't know.
And he's going to be third string, right? Probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Um, trying to think. Do you think it feels like at least Dion, Barry Sanders, they kind of had it made, right? Like the AstroTurf era.
mm,
You could wear sneakers that you could
yeah,
wear on the
that's
street.
fair. Randy
You can't.
Moss.
Yeah, right. Yep. You can't really wear. There's no player out there that had a shoe that was successful that played on grass.
Okay.
So I
Yeah, that
mean,
might probably make sense. Which is why Patrick Mahomes doesn't sell shoes, right? Because
yeah,
it's
he has
what's going to
like
wear.
3 of them. They're
Does
training.
he really?
They're workout shoes. They're training shoes. Yeah,
I had
I think
no
he has
idea.
3
Is it New
different ones
Balance or who is it?
for Adidas.
Adidas? Wow. So the best player, and you could argue he's way up there in terms of best quarterbacks of all time. And I love Tom Brady, but I didn't even know he has a shoe. Ugh, it's crazy.
Oh,
You
we
froze up.
back.
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, yeah. I think Mahomes has 3 different ones with Adidas.
That's shocking.
Yeah, it is. So I don't, I don't know for sure, but yeah, it feels like training is the only way they can go now. There's no, I mean, nobody's picking up diamond
Hmm.
turfs to wear,
Hmm.
like the new diamond turf. Sorry.
So do you feel like that's why it's the same with baseball, where we had Griffey, who was in Seattle, who's playing on AstroTurf,
Yeah,
probably? Interesting.
yeah, I would think so.
Because who's the
I
most
mean,
popular baseball shoe seller? There's none of them. So basically, what we're saying is basketball runs the shoe game, and that's it. And there's
yeah,
no second place, pretty much.
yeah, I can't. I mean, who would be second place? Tennis,
Wow.
Coco Golf.
Eek. Whoever the crap that
I
is.
mean, that's why you see more music-based artists.
Mm,
I think more Action Bronson wrestling. I
mm.
mean, he's not just wrestling, but yeah, I think there's a spot for some other arena to come in. I mean, The Rock has like the workout stuff, and I don't
So
know.
golf has the perfect. They have
Yeah,
the perfect niche to be able to do that, but they don't have enough popularity. I mean, it's not universal enough.
yeah, the best player in the world by far is very boring.
Yeah.
I mean, he's by far the best player in the world, and he's just not very exciting.
Nope.
But I think everybody's going to always compare to Tiger, and nobody's going to be that exciting
Yep.
ever again.
But was he selling shoes? Not really.
Not a ton. No.
Yeah.
Oh, anyways, I
All
think
right.
that's
We
good
just
enough.
chewed up 15 minutes doing nothing.
That was some good conversation, though.
Wow.
I think that's what the people like to hear. Next week, we'll have another segment of What About This Guy? And we might have some NFL shoes for you, too. So,
All right.
thank you all for listening to episode 182 of the Still
Hey,
Drippin' Happy Hour.
wait. I'm sorry. We have 1 minute left. I've got a more than sneakers moment. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Sorry. Totally forgot. So I don't think he listens to the podcast, and that's fine. And I say this to in no other way but to encourage you. And this is not anything to do about me. I heard a friend, really good friend, was talking about he really wanted a pair of sneakers, and it's not a priority for him right now in his life and what he's doing with his kid going to college, yada yada yada. And I piddled around and asked some questions, found out what shoes they were. bought them for him, sent them to his house. They showed up. He loved them. And he was like, man, I could get hooked on this. He's not even a sneaker guy. Like I just heard it. So why I'm saying that is, imagine if that's how the world worked, is if you heard something like that and it's something that you like and you appreciate and you care about, superficial or not, and you heard it and then you thought, you know what, I can do that. And it's even better when it's anonymous. So I would just encourage you to pay attention. And even if it's friends that you've known forever, and they say or hear something that is like that, do it. And in my world, in Mason's world, that's called the Holy Spirit's talking to you. And you never know what a pair of shoes or a t-shirt or whatever does to somebody's life to impact it. And so I just need to tell that story tonight.
Way to go.
Boom.
And with that, thank you for listening to episode 182 of the Still Drippin' Happy Hour. Remember to go follow us on YouTube, subscribe, rate 5 stars on Apple, and I think Spotify you can rate 5 stars too. Leave us a review. It's okay if it's bad, but make it funny and make it 5 stars.
Amen.
Go visit our Printify store at printify.me/stilldrippin', maybe something like that.
Something like
you can
that.
Find it on our Instagram.
There's a bunch of old vintage looking shirts that I made. You never told me. Did you like the Kobe one?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right.
Yeah.
No regard for copyright laws. Just go buy the Kobe Bryant shirt.
And with that, we love you all, and we'll see you next week.
See y'all. Oh man.
Incidental.
I've done this 1,000 times. I'm cooking that crispy bacon. It's sizzling in the pot. Along next to my cocaine, I'm whipping it up. I'm selling on the streets of Antioch. But don't get hooked. You can't get hooked on this. It's actually sugar. It's not even real crack. It's just fake crack. Just like you wear fake shoes because you're a jerk. I'm done. I'm not rapping.
We'll see you next week. Peace.